Hey everyone, it's Fantayzia. So as always, when a new pack gets announced, I tell you guys to comment in my comments what you want to see for the expansion pack. I do this for almost every single one, and I love the comments you guys leave me. So today we're going to be going over a bunch of your guys' comments. A lot of you have so many good ideas. There was some ideas that I talked about in my last video speculating what might come with the pack, but there was some that didn't even cross my mind that you guys commented about. If you plan on purchasing the Sims 4 Lovestruck or any of the Sims 4 packs, you can use my code FANTAYZIA on the EA app or thesims.com. This does directly support me and my channel, so I really do appreciate those of you guys who use my code. So with that, let's just go ahead and jump right on into this. So this first one comes from Bad Wolf. Cars, new death type crashes, a Tim Burton Afterlife, like Corpse Bride. All of this would be so cool. I don't know how likely it is. I mean, Afterlife I can see though. A Tim Burton Afterlife like Corpse Bride. But okay, cars. I have a feeling that's not going to happen this year, but it would kind of be a good time to include them in the free update before the pack. It just like kind of makes sense in a way, but I feel like cars are also something they could kind of throw it in anytime, because I do think it would come with the free update, not so much the pack, but then I could see us getting more interactions with cars with different packs. But yeah, like what other death types do you guys think we're going to get? Because car crashes would be one that I could see, although I don't know if the Sims would do that. Do you guys think the Sims would do car crashes? I know there's a lot of deaths in the game, and so in my head I'm like, okay, why wouldn't they do that? Because how is that any different from a lot of the deaths that we have? But I also feel like there's a lot of touchy subjects, of course, they have to be careful with in The Sims 4, but I feel like when it comes to death, they kind of add in almost anything. But there is some things that they avoid, I've noticed, so I don't know. Next comment comes from Sunflower Goddess. I hope the hospital becomes more interactable as well, where people can be sick in there and either die or get better. I personally would love this. I feel like Get to Work definitely needs some more gameplay with other packs. Like, you know how sometimes we get a pack and then you'll get more features if you have other packs, kind of like the cross gameplay compatibility with different expansion packs. This would be a great time to expand on the hospitals. I don't know about that though. A girl can hope, a girl can dream. So this one comes from Gabe. I know this is a long shot, but I love for them to expand more on death in general in the game. I want Sims to be able to have more serious illnesses. It seems like Sims just live till their expected time if they don't die by like non-outside factors. I just want there to be a tad more realism. So I totally agree with this. It's why I use a lot of mods. And you know, some people don't like that style of gameplay. And it's like, why would you want your Sims to die more or like have more consequences and stuff like that? But like, there's a lot of realistic storytellers with The Sims 4. And if you're playing it for the purpose of like a life simulation and not just like rainbows and unicorns, you know, a lot of people just want more things to happen. I mean, people praise The Sims 2 over and over and over again to this day, and that game is like so old now. And a lot of the reason why people love it so much is the unexpected things that happen, the more risks in The Sims 2, consequences, all of that. And I feel like it's kind of taken away from The Sims 4, so I completely agree with this comment. This one comes from Dead Pets. I want zombies and tarot reading, and also give us Olive Spectre back. Oh my goodness, do you think they will put Olive Spectre back in the game? Do you think? Comment down below. I want to know, because they do bring back characters when it's appropriate, and so I feel like this would be a good time. So a lot of people have been talking about zombies. This also would be a great time to add in zombies and kind of a way to have an afterlife. I mean, we can do ghosts, right? You know, there's already ghosts in the game, but they could expand on that, which I'm going to talk more about later. There's also the option of zombies, and I feel like this would be a really cool time to add it in too, and I don't know when else they would do it, because we've gotten a bunch of supernatural packs and we're missing fairies, which if we get them, I think it'll be the last one. So then I'm like, okay, I don't think they would do a whole pack on zombies. So this would kind of be a good place to put them in, and with it releasing on Halloween, I think that would be so cool. They were in The Sims 3, and honestly, it was kind of fun. They could get annoying sometimes, but you would have the option to like get them away. Basically, it had to do with the full moon and stuff like that, and you could change that. See, honestly, I feel like they could have added them in with werewolves. So this next comment comes from Mark Edwards. I have a feeling there will be a death realm, maybe even a version of hell, and depending how you live your life, you might go there. So you have to live your life right. Maybe a ghost world. Maybe you can fight for a loved one's life, funerals event, fortune tellers, purgatory, zombies, preteens. Okay, there's a lot here that I want to dive into. This is a really thought out comment. So maybe even a version of hell. You know, I didn't think about that. So I did think about the possibility of kind of like a death realm, or like, you know, we have like our normal spooky world, but then there's like, you know, another realm, an afterlife, something like that, right? Kind of like with Realm of Magic, you could walk through the portal. But I didn't think about, ooh, maybe there'll be two different ones, and where you go is going to depend on how you lived your life. Oh my god, this would be so cool. Because, you know, we have like traits that make our Sims evil, mischievous, all of those things. You know, you can kind of be a shitty Sim. So I think all of that playing into where you end up in your afterlife would be so cool. Guys, if this pack is like nothing like what we're speculating, it's gonna kind of suck, like as far as like the death part. I mean, of course, we're expecting to see things with the Grim Reaper and funerals and stuff like that, but if we're not going to have anything to do with like an afterlife, that's going to kind of suck. I'm not going to lie. I know we're just speculating, but I feel like a lot of us are hoping for that, and a lot of us are thinking of all these ideas. A ghost world would be really, really cool too. Fight for a loved one's life. I would love this personally for the way I play. I think it would tie in perfectly. And then yeah, a funerals event, if it's not there, I'll just be so sad about it because I just feel like that's a given. Again, mentioning the fortune tellers, zombies, and then preteens at the end here. So I wanted to touch on this. Some other people have been saying this as well, so you're not alone in that. I didn't think it initially, but then I'm like, wait, maybe. I mean, it's possible. I think it's unlikely. we can hope. Just don't get your hopes up. You know, because I feel like it's unlikely, but it's also like the life part, right? It would be such a good time to add in that life stage. And I still think that's going to happen. I don't know how long they still have planned for The Sims 4, but something just tells me preteens will happen because infants happened. And they also hired the creator who made the preteen mod, and then someone else took over the mod. So I just think things like that, you know, kind of show signs that maybe we will get them. So this next comment comes from Chicken Face. Oh my god, I would love zombies. It would be kind of life and death, but I really doubt it. So I wanted to include multiple comments that mention the zombies just to show you guys how many people really want them, and that's not even all of them. Like, a lot of people want this zombie thing, and yeah, it would be kind of life and death. So Fantastic says, I was thinking the same thing. Maybe a different realm / secret world kind of thing. I don't need another world for this pack, to be honest, but I wonder how else they would include a cemetery and a portal and maybe a retirement home. I also think an elder life stage focus pack is overdue, and this might be it. I agree it should include things for every life stage, but elders might be a focus. There is also a good opportunity for new life aspirations. The aspirations are so lacking. I really want a general career-driven aspiration about skill gain, befriending coworkers, and promotions and career levels. And I've seen a nice elderly focused aspiration mod. Something like that would be great. I do think it would be really nice if they use this opportunity to focus on elders. I think it makes sense. Elders are closer to dying. I feel like they're lacking big time with gameplay, so we definitely need more there. A retirement home would be golden for me. I really wanted that with growing together. And then we got like a couple things with elders for growing together, but not much, not enough at all. Imagine being able to go and visit your parents, your grandma and grandpa at a retirement home, and there's just elders all filled throughout there, and they're just chilling and they're using their walking canes, and it's just wholesome and sweet and great and peaceful. Like, I think that would be so, so cool. We also definitely need some new life aspirations, and good ones. We need better aspirations. And I feel like this is also a good pack to do that. Aspirations focused on life, like living life. So this next comment comes from TW. Maybe we will get a tier system for death, like life choices decide your afterlife. Maybe zombies, resurrection, reincarnation. Reincarnation is an interesting one. Do you guys think they would do that? I think that would be really interesting. A tier system I think would be really, really cool. Kind of working like, you know, with the supernaturals, they have that like system. Kind of like that, I guess. But like not exactly. I don't know. And yeah, we mentioned in the other comment, depending on how you live your life, could be where you end up. And yeah, maybe it'll be a tier system. And then whatever choices is going to decide your afterlife. That would be so cool. This next one comes from Brian. You have the option to strengthen a spirit's connection to the physical world or release them into the spirit world. I could see the spirit world being where those who are released from the physical world hang out. See, that would be so cool. For life and death, this world could be called the Necropolis. I can see a tarot deck being used by the Grim Reaper profession, kind of like the seance table for paranormal investigators. Oh, that's a good thought. Where the sim uses the deck to determine whether to reap or not, for example. That would be such a good way to have that kind of work. So next comment comes from Jeremiah. Along with zombies, this muscle dance is something we want. It's a type of dance move resembling of the Thriller dance move. Okay, this would be so just such a good time to add that in. With the world coming to Life and Death expansion pack, I've been thinking about an African world that was highly requested days ago. That's true. Could you guys see that? That's the thing with the world theme. I'm just I don't know what they'll go for. Because, all I've just been thinking is spooky, eerie vibes. But as far as if they were inspired by any place in the real world, I don't know what direction they would go into. Because somebody else said Mexican, but then isn't the world we've just recently gotten supposed to be inspired by that? I don't know. So I'm just but I know an African themed world has been so requested for honestly a long time now. This one comes from Jay Hill. I'd imagine a funeral type event / memorial service and definitely a ghost world only ghosts can travel to. At least that's what the to be continued means to me. Oh my goodness. Okay, see, that gives me a little bit more hope that maybe we will get some sort of afterworld, because you're right, it does say to be continued. That could literally straight up be a hint to that. So this next one comes from Vanessa. Oh my god, I would really love a fortune teller / psychic career. So I mentioned this in my speculation video, and yes, I wanted to talk about it again because a fortune teller career would be so fun. Also, it'd be really fun if we could be the fortune teller, but even just having our Sims go there, I feel like the little pop-ups for that could be so interesting. If they really wanted to, they could go in a direction with that would add so much gameplay potential. So Nabi says, imagine if we have playable ghosts, we can create them instead of killing them, because Sims 3 have them. Oh my goodness, yes, Sims 3 is like that with ghosts. Maybe they are going to do that. I think it would be so cool if we could literally create a family of ghosts right in Create a Sim. What if that's your gameplay style? What if you want to play with ghosts all the time? I think that would be so fun. I feel like there's a lot of players who aren't really into supernaturals, but they'd be down to play with ghosts. Because me. I would really enjoy that. This one goes to Grandma Sophie. I'm speculating that the life part of Life and Death is an update to pregnancy. So I wanted to include this because I thought it was very different from the other comments I've seen. I haven't really seen anything about this. I don't know about it, but what do you guys think? I do think we need an update to pregnancy, and it would kind of be a good time with the life part. But again, we don't know what direction they're going in with the life part, so maybe this wouldn't align at all. But I do think we really need that because we got infants and we got a little updates to the babies. They're a little better, they look a little better, a few more interactions, but the main thing was the infants. And I feel like pregnancy is still lacking in a lot of gameplay ways. So this next one comes from Z Started a Fire. I think from the tarot card, seeing world, it means we're getting a new world, hopefully, but your ideas are always on point when the packs come out. I think it's going to be an underworld, and maybe that's where our loved ones will be living, and we might get the opportunity to play them. Who knows? I'm not a supernatural player either. I've tried. I do that magic, but it's too much work. It's overwhelming. So I totally feel you on that. I don't know what it is. And then I find that I get so bored with the supernatural so quickly. The first playthrough I'll have fun, and then I don't know what it is. But this is so different to me. And you mentioned the underworld. Maybe that's where our loved ones will be living, and we'll have the option to play them. I do really hope that is the case, especially for those of us that get really attached to our Sims and we want to continue playing them after they die. I think it'll be really good for generational players. So I don't know, Rami says, wait, the Afterlife world sounds super cool. Haven't thought about that, but funerals are a must. Yes, if this pack releases without funerals, oh my goodness. Then I think we should all riot. Not literally though. No. I feel like when the Sims community actually riots, it's really intense and not a good vibe. Hateful. I don't mean that. Don't do that. So this one comes from GK. I really hope it's a spooky world. Forgotten Hollow is way too small, so another world with that vibe would be great. Since it's being released on Halloween, that would make sense. I also want it to have a hidden afterlife world, like the Magic Realm. If they do give us a world with this pack, Olive Spectre has to be one of the townies. This pack is practically made for her. So mentioned once again, they better do that. I do agree Forgotten Hollow is too small, and also, you know, with that being for vampires, I don't know, I'm not gravitated towards it. I would love a spooky world like that, but just more like ghost type of theme, Grim Reaper type of theme. And yes, with it releasing on Halloween does give me more hope that we're gonna get a world like that. And this last comment comes from Just Jess. It would be cool to have the new death if tarot cards are a thing in it. If you were given a bad reading, there's a pop-up about having so many days till death. I saw this comment, I had to include it. I'm so glad I saw it because I saw it like towards the end when I was screenshotting stuff. Dude, that is such a good idea. Kind of like scary, but like scary movie vibes. Okay, and I love scary movies. Okay, I think this is also why, although I don't really play with supernaturals, I love scary movies when it's like about the dead and about like, you know, someone getting possessed or ghosts, you know, like that type of stuff. I love, love, love. I will say I like to watch supernatural stuff. Like I love the Vampire Diaries. It's not that I don't like supernatural stuff when it comes to shows and all that and movies. I love those. But I feel like I'm just obsessed with all the scary movies that have to do with just like hauntings and like ghosts and, you know, eerie, creepy shit. I love it all. Okay. And I love Halloween. And so getting a pop-up for how many days till death, and maybe you gotta like try to avoid it in certain ways. Oh my goodness. I doubt it, but that would be so cool. Such a different way to play. So anyways, you guys, that is the last comment that I have. There was more, but some of them kind of like mentioned the same things, and I didn't want too many like repeated things. But of course, you can leave your comments. I could totally do another video because I don't know when they'll be announcing anything else. We might have to wait all the way till October 3rd until we hear like anything. Well, I'm sure the day before we'll get like a little tweet, and then the trailer is supposed to come on October 3rd. It's supposed to be the first look, which I'm assuming is the first trailer. So that's still a little bit off. You know, we have like practically the whole month. Yeah, we have like a whole month. So I don't know if they're really planning on saying anything all of September. I guess we will have to see. Maybe there'll be like little teases here and there. But I feel like for this month, it'll just be a lot of speculating. And like I said in a previous video, I kind of hope this doesn't leak as much. Leaks get me excited, but it also makes me sad at the same time. It's like this bittersweet thing. Obviously, you know, I'll be freaking out with excitement when there's this leak where, you know, we find out so much about the pack and it's just exciting. But then also when The Sims decides to announce it, it's like, okay, we already knew all this. And I miss that exciting feeling when The Sims announces something and when you watch the trailer and you're like, oh my God, what is that? What is that? What is that? You know, so like I kind of hope we don't have the huge leaks where like the pictures leak and it's like pictures that are from the trailer and like the whole description, because then it's like we know exactly what's going to be in the trailer. And I just, for some reason, I want this exciting trailer for the month of Halloween. That'll be so good. I don't mind little leaks this time around, you know, there's always some sort of leaks, right? But they've just been getting so excessive. So here's hoping it's not that intense this time. But anyways, you guys, with that, I'm going to wrap this up here. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you guys are having an amazing day, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye guys.